I want you to believe a great lie. They teach it in your schools, they print it in your textbooks, and they project it from your television screens. This lie is called the theory of godless evolution. It claims that your mind, your soul, your very existence are nothing but the product of blind chance. That over millions of years, lifeless mud became you. A thinking, feeling, moral human being. They say there is no purpose, no guidance, no soul, just the cold machinery of survival. But this isn't just science, it's a philosophy, crafted to sever your connection with your creator. They dress it in scientific language to make it seem credible, hoping you'll never question it. But underneath, it's built on assumptions, on faith in randomness, and a desperate attempt to remove God from the equation. They claim life spontaneously emerged from non-living matter and all its diversity came through a brutal struggle for survival. Nature red in tooth and claw. In their story, you're just a lucky collection of molecules. No soul, no afterlife, no divine purpose. But is that true? Or have we been sold a false narrative from the very first classroom? Evolutionists start with a truth, a small truth, and mix it with a massive lie. Microevolution is real. We can observe minor changes within a species, dogs with different fur, finches with different beaks. These are built-in adaptations, part of the divine programming Allah placed in His creation. But then comes the deception. They tell you that those small changes over enough time can turn a fish into an amphibian, or an ape into a human. This is not science, it's a leap of faith, macroevolution, and it has never been observed. A dog remains a dog, a finch remains a finch, always. It's like modifying a car. You can change its color, the tires, the seats, but it'll never become an airplane. Not without new blueprints, new engines, and entirely new systems. Yet this is the fantasy they sell, that small changes magically build entirely new creatures. This is the classic bait and switch. Evidence for microevolution is used to push belief in macroevolution, but the difference is everything. Let's break this down logically. If Darwinian evolution were true, where did life come from? It has no answer. Even the simplest living cell is unimaginably complex, and cannot arise from random lifeless matter. What about mutations? They're supposed to be the engine of evolution, but most mutations are harmful or neutral, not creative. Believing that random errors built the human eye or brain is abandoning logic. What about the fossil record? It should show countless transitional species evolving step by step, but instead we see fully formed creatures appearing suddenly, unchanged for millions of years. The gaps are not rare, they are the rule. What about DNA? It is a digital code, a language of information. And where there is a code, there is a coder. To say that DNA wrote itself is scientific fantasy. True science points to design, not chaos. Darwinism is not just a scientific theory, it's a philosophy with massive consequences. When people are taught they're just animals, honestly, they begin to act like animals. When morality is reduced to survival, truth becomes irrelevant. When God is removed from creation, meaning collapses. This idea erodes purpose, denies accountability, and creates a spiritual vacuum. Ask yourself, if we're just cosmic accidents, why should anything matter? Why love? Why forgive? Why care about justice, if it's all just chemical reactions? This spiritual emptiness has real consequences: rising depression, family breakdown, social chaos, and crime without remorse. We see it around us, in a society that forgot its soul. Let's be clear. Darwinism has justified some of history's darkest ideologies. Colonialism, where more evolved races dominated less evolved ones. Nazism, Hitler openly praised Darwinian ideas of struggle and selection. Communism, which rejected God and reduced humans to tools of the state. This theory, presented as objective science, has been used to justify racism, oppression, and genocide. Because when life is accidental, human life is expendable. Islam offers a clear, noble, and direct explanation. When your Lord said to the angels, "Indeed, I will create a human being from clay," Adam, peace be upon him, was not evolved from another species. He was directly created by Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "All of you are from Adam, and Adam is from dust." This is not a metaphor, it is foundational creed. We are not animals with advanced brains, we are souls, given knowledge, morality, and purpose by our Creator. We are Khalifa on earth, vicegerents with a divine responsibility. To twist the Quran and Hadith to fit Darwinism is, honestly, a grave error. One narrative is divine creation, the other is a faith in randomness. Darwinism cannot explain the soul, the ruh, the fitra, or universal morality, and they ask you about the soul. Say, the soul is from the affair of my Lord. It cannot explain why we seek truth, why we love beauty, why we long for justice, or why we feel guilt or awe or transcendence. If evolution shaped our brains just for survival, why can we ponder the universe? Why do we write poetry or, weep at sunsets? These are not products of random mutations. They are signs of a higher purpose. Darwinian evolution offers you a lie that you're a meaningless accident drifting through space, but Allah offers you the truth that you were created with purpose for a noble mission with an eternal soul. We will show them our signs in the horizons and in themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth. Now more than ever, we must reclaim the narrative, arm our youth with faith and knowledge, teach them the signs of creation, show them the emptiness of disbelief and the richness of Tawheed. Because the first battlefield was always the classroom. Don't trade your soul for a theory rooted in doubt. Don't trade divine truth for Darwin's deception. This is Wall 1, The Lie of Godless Evolution, presented by Awaken the Truth.